So is this episode number 3?
No. We do not speak of episode number 3. This is episode number 3.5.
3.5.
So we start with follow up, yeah?
Alright.
Alright.
Panjang yang nak follow up ni.
It's been so long since the last.
Yeah, so long. Akak rasa last the 3.0, the 3.1 ke? The last time we discussed about our third podcast ni, mainly about we throwing balls to each other pasal work-life balance and how far kita how much that we have to do and when we have to stop. And then we talk about passion, we talk about security, financially lah kan. And yeah, I think that is sometimes some things that we talk about.
Oh, okay. So previously I was talking about work-life balance, right?
Yep.
So maybe I'll touch a little bit on that because recently I've been reading some articles on innovating education.
Innovating education? Mm-hmm.
So, okay, to tie this in with work-life balance. So, in innovating education, there's one thing that affects students, that is the novelty effect.
Novelty again?
Novelty effect. So, novelty effect meaning if it's something new, you're attracted to the newness of it.
Okay, rather than
what is like normal. So for example, what I've been seeing that people prefer to work from home.
Okay.
I feel that it is because of the novelty effect.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Because it's new. But then sooner or later, when working from home becomes normal, they would realize that sometimes you need to have a barrier between work and home. Home is where the rest of your life goes on. Yeah, I just wanted to put it out there. I'm sure that people will realize that working from home is only applicable for some of them. Yeah. And
at some point.
Yeah. Normally this novelty effect, it diminishes over time. And okay, in terms of education, if you don't implement the technology properly, so initially when students are interested in the technology, they will show high motivations to study. But as the use of the technology becomes more common, the motivation decreases. And I think it applies to working from home as well. If you implement the technology poorly, when the novelty effect disappears, students' motivation decreases and they don't have the motivation to continue using the technology. It shows that you poorly implemented the technology, because the motivation to study should not come from the use of the technology. It should come from the added value of the technology. The actual content should be providing the motivation. The lecturers or the educators should be providing the motivation for the student to study.
That's nice. You know what? I just want to extend the discussion where actually I've contacted with one lecturer in IT, and then because I want to have his opinion about how to utilize technology for, we are doing community service, involvement with local community, to empower and enrich the parents, the students in that community. So I engage with one lecturer and to have our discussion about this. And one of my concern is about whether or not the technology become the objective or the technology is assisting to reach the objective. Yeah, and then I think macam when you shared about people will get excited about the newness about something, but slowly it start to decrease bila dia dah get to know with the system, with the newness things tu. So and then dia dah tak ada macam effort ataupun macam motivation to do that particular thing. So So akak macam, oh okay. So maksudnya memang mungkin my question to the IT lecturer tu ada basis lah maksudnya. So it's supposed to be focusing on the creating the content, and technology is always about assistance lah kan. Alright, that's nice.
I'm looking at the show notes. Oh, you added another 2. So do you want to start?
Yeah, exactly. So it's just nice. My third question too. What are the roles in your life? We talk about, we have to see through our what is the roles kan, and then understand, and then from there we define our own roles kan. From your point of view, currently, what are your roles?
I've thought about this and I wrote it down, but I'm trying to find it.
Go ahead.
Found it.
Oh, really? Okay, that's great.
Okay, what I have here is a circle.
Okay.
Divided into 8 segments.
Okay.
In each segment, there is a section of my role in life, I suppose.
So is in a big circle? There is 8 more small circle in the big circle?
No. Like how you would cut a cake. 8 segments.
Okay. Alright. Okay.
The first one is giving back to the community.
Okay.
The second one is nurturing a good community. I know it's a little bit vague. Looks like 1 and 2 is related, but the first one, giving back to the community, is more physical, and nurturing a good community is more to both physical and also online.
Okay.
The third one is getting to know good people. The fourth one, improving my health in terms of physical and mental. The fifth one being a responsible brother, friend, son. The sixth one is development of personal character, which is through reading, learning, and mastery of knowledge. Seventh is developing career-wise. And finally, the eighth one is I left it as blank because for me, it feels like that part I'm still searching. Yeah, so it's like empty, and there's one part of life's role that I have not found, but I know it's there.
Okay.
So those are what I see as my 8 roles in life.
And when you put it into words, I can see it's a verb, kan? Giving, nurturing, improving, developing. So it's like continuously growing lah, kan?
What about you?
Well, for myself, I never had one paper and then I wrote my role. But every time I talk about roles and responsibility, I come back to very physical roles. Like I'm a counselor, I am a daughter of my parents, I am a wife, I am menantu, I am adik, I am kakak ipar. The way we put into words, basically it's quite different. Me is very much looking into, because for you, it is so much on verbs, kan? Tapi kalau macam akak, how to say this, Kalau macam, what would be the category? I'm not sure. Kalau macam, anak, menantu.
Okay, based on your actual role in life.
Yes. So that is, I can see that is basically quite different lah, dari segi our perspective on these roles and responsibility, kan. So this is always how I go about role lah.
So why did you bring this up?
Okay, why? I found that, I do not do any research about this lah, okay? But one thing that always moved me to improve, to progress, to always think about what more that I can do, or what are the things that I have to improve, is by looking at this role. And it makes me not stopping from, maximizing my life. We come back with the issues of what is enough, kan? Because the role is there, and I have to act accordingly based on my actual role lah, kan? So that brings me into moving and continuously improve and progress. Why I bring this up? Because generally, we hope that people listen to this podcast, so they will start to think about roles in their life. And when you shared about yours, so you have something in your mind about roles juga. It's just that our perspective is quite different, kan? So okay, I mean, like, as the main point is to have and to clarify who we are in our life, kan?
What are the advantages of recognizing your roles in life? What will happen if I don't realize what's my role in life?
Well, I couldn't say that people who do not know will be worse ke, or will be in a position where they will not progress ke. I don't think that will be the way I'm looking. But it's just that this is very important area that we really have to realize. So we are not only focusing on certain things yang sometimes macam mana, I really remember my father said that when we get older, our circle, like our personal circle, is getting smaller. The focus is lesser to us, and it start to, expand to people. The focus that we have is to impact people, to nurture, to educate people. It's not enough just to be you good to yourself.
Mm-hmm.
It's also have to be, the goodness have to be expanded to other people. So itulah, I think my late father punya statement tu, that brings me into always thinking about my roles. So I do hope that, young people to also think about this. Macam, when you working pun kan, thinking about others ni maksudnya you are thinking about, okay, how can I grow the students kan, ataupun or if we ourselves is in the back end of technology, macam IT people kan, so how do I do my best of this IT so that it will reach the rural people kan. So we are not only thinking about or just getting money from untuk bekerja tu hanya working is just for money kan, but we are really move ourselves dengan our interest, our belief, the needs of people. Yeah.
Could you elaborate on what you meant by our personal circle is becoming smaller? I think I'm just struggling a little bit to understand that.
Okay, I give an example of today's situation of my own situation. Okay, before I start working, myself and my father is very close in terms of relationship. We are very close. We talk, we discuss, we change ideas, we brainstorm a lot of things, and I trust him so much. I just want to share that, when I get into work, I have my own money. So, I had an impian or a dreams, to help my parents. I mean, helping in our family is not that to give food ke apa lah, because my parents are working, so they have their own money to survive. Not only surviving lah, to live with. But it's just that, I want to make up their house, like, the furniture, extending some area of the house to make sure, it's comfort. And then one of my interest is also, I love to see interior designing in TV show. They are doing renovating the houses, so I like all these shows. So when I have my own money, I start to think of, okay, how do I want to make up this house, kan? So, I start to tell my parents, I want to do this, I can, save some money about to make sure that this happen for this renovation. And then my father put a stop. He said that all those things that, like the dreams for me to have a good house, it's only, dia tak kekal lah dia. We will leave it bila kita mati kan. So dia kata duit ni boleh pergi kat tempat lain, boleh bagi dekat orang, boleh contribute to certain NGO ke, to do good things. Because in our belief, there is an hadith about amalan yang berterusan apabila kita mati, yang tak terputus tu, salah satunya ilmu yang bermanfaat, doa anak yang soleh kan. So dia kata maksudnya dan sedekah kan. So maksudnya it is best for us to give to people rather than to utilize for our own interest, our internal pressure kan. Macam aku nak ni, I wanna have rumah yang minimalist yang macam ni. So dia kata, I mean, the focus is shifted not only for it's not to enjoy our own life, but we share the joys to other people.
Can you give it like in one sentence?
Lemak, susahnya nak one sentence ni kan. Jadi pesan ayah akak, semakin kita dewasa, kita perlu mengecilkan kemahuan kita yang tertentu yang manfaatnya hanya untuk kita. So semakin dewasa kita, manfaat yang perlu lebih besar, yang perlu lebih kita fokuskan adalah manfaat kepada orang lain. Akak ada baca satu paper. Kalau ikut paper ni, interest tu bermaksud internal pressure. So bila kita kata internal pressure ni, tak ada masalah, memang sebab itulah motivation kita kan. Sebab we want to learn programming, kita nak learn Python, kita nak learn apa benda tah lagi, language kan, JavaScript ke apa benda lah, akak pun tak tahu. Maksudnya kenapa
tak boleh belajar jahitan ke?
Tak boleh je. Tak, maksudnya nak belajar kan. So, kita ada interest, kita ada nak, aku nak belajar programming, aku nak belajar jahitan tadi kan. Aku nak belajar something not in our career, ataupun kita nak fokus betul-betul in our career. Like me, I want to really look through, understand teori ni macam mana implement to my client. So we have the interest, but the interest have to be backed parallelly dengan needs, which is the external pressure yang mungkin orang lain perlukan. So macam tadi kan, akak ada interest nak belajar pasal counselling lebih detail, teorinya, development of human, tapi it's not only for my interest tau. It's for the needs of people. And coming back, bila kita kata perkataan roles tu, so I'm playing my roles as a counsellor not only to be improving myself in terms of understanding my own growth semua, and then it's not only just to get paid by my company, but it's about, I have this drive, this interest of reading and doing and learning about the new things in counselling because of the needs of my client, because of the needs of community in my university, because of the needs of people in Perak kan. So that is where I'm going. Okay, lepas tu kalau kita perasan dalam satu teori Erikson, kalau kata nama dia Erikson stage of development, there is 8 stages. The 7 and 8 ni akak ambil yang nombor 7 lah. The 7th stage is referring to middle adulthood. So middle adulthood is considering passing 30 years old lah. Okay. At this age, human is basically expecting to have a positive resolution on becoming in Erikson, they call it as generativity. What does it mean by generativity? Generativity means you are doing something for people. Because by not having this positive resolution of generativity, you will fall to be a person who are in stagnation. So it aligns dengan what my father said, how I see it, and how Erikson tell us about this.
Alright.
Okay.
So
wow, so serious
yeah, probably because this topic is dense lah. So we are just going through like the surface of it.
Yep. banyak sangat benda yang kita pun tak discover pun kan.
When the announcement came that we were going to extend the MCO for another 2 weeks,
yes,
how was your reaction to it?
This is dah kali ketiga kan dia buat announcement of extension. This is the second extension of ni lah kan. So actually while this is our second extension, this is first time pun I get to listen to during the extension punya coming from our Prime Minister tu. So but because before this I know it will be continue. So I thought of they will stop after the first extension. So then I really sit down and I really listen to our Prime Minister, and then when he start to say macam we get to improve our jangkitan tidak terlalu banyak, kita dapat flatten the curve. Tak sebutlah flatten the curve tu kan, tapi maksudnya dia ceritakan benda yang positif dulu tu. I was hoping that okay, mungkin tak continue ni macam tu tau. I had pre-expectation lah. But tiba-tiba dia kata, kita akan extend. Macam, okay. Because why do I really hope untuk ni? Because I think I miss my family lah kot. I miss my mom. And then I really wanted to start doing things physically tau. I mean, my job lah specifically. To meet up with people, socializing. I'm not saying that I'm tired of duduk rumah. It's just that I want to meet people. Macam tu lah. So that is my first reaction. Yeah, what about you?
And what about me? I'm not done with you.
You go.
So it has been a week since the extension. Has it been a week? No, a few days only. 1, 2, 3. 3 days since the extension.
Seems like 1 week,
Yeah.
After the announcement of extension, it is 1 week lah. Because Jumaat to Jumaat kan.
Is there change in routine?
Change in routine, I have not much. But the changing part is basically the way of we deliver our work lah. It is so much on trusting ourselves. I have to make sure, being a counselor, whether or not meeting up with people face to face, but I still practicing my counseling skills, and then transform the module based on videos instead of gathering people. So I mean, kalau focusing on the routine of work, there's quite a huge difference lah. What about you? Anything change your routine?
A lot.
Okay. Nice to hear. What is it?
When it was announced that it was going to be until 14, okay, I don't need to change. It will end soon, kan?
Okay.
But when they announced that it is going to be until 28, then I realized that, wow, I really definitely need to change my style of working. I need to adapt to using online tools to finish the work that I have. When the second announcement came of the extension, it threw all my plans into the garbage bin. So I was like really, really angry because all my plans went to the drain.
Is it going to the drain like everything, or you transforming the plan into...
I'm not sure if I can transform it. Some of it I think is totally down the drain.
Okay.
Quite disappointed, but c'est la vie. Life must go on, I suppose.
Yeah, and we have to go through it.
Yep.
Well, when you said about anger kan, sekarang ni the orang-orang yang dalam bidang psychology and counselling ni, diorang try to adopt one particular theory on grievances about losing someone. So sekarang ni dia adopt this theory dalam losing the normal lah.
Losing the routine
yes. Dia lost the normal, the routine. Bangun pagi, naik kereta, pergi kerja. Dia dah tak ada dah benda tu. So ada gap yang sangat besar. So dia adopt kan this grievances theory tu dekat dalam this crisis lah. So anger tu is at the level 2. Because level 1 tu adalah mula-mula tu dia denial kan.
Apa ni? Macam pernah dengar je. 5 stages of grievances.
Yes. Dan bila kita kata stages ni, dia tak ada tempoh masa. Dia bergantung kepada the person itself lah kan. How long that we want to stay in that particular mood or emotion. My perspective towards these grievances teori ni akan lebih melihat dia sebagai satu cycle lah.
Oh, cycle as in it is a normal thing in life?
Yeah, cuma kita tak sedar.
Okay. How are students coping with this?
To the mass group tu akak tak sure. Tapi itulah to the certain people yang I contacted, some of them is at the stage of acceptance dah. Very fast kan. But some of them are still anger because dia ada secondary factors. Secondary factors tu macam tiba-tiba dia duduk jauh daripada family, dia tak duduk dengan family dia. Lepas tu tiba-tiba kawan pula ada gaduh dengan kawan-kawan. So dia dah tak ada orang dengan dia. So this is secondary factor lah yang kita tak nampak. The secondary loss tu.
Okay, I see what you mean. Good talk.
Yeah.